What's going on, everybody? I'm Winston A, aka the Swaggy Blerd, and this is my non-spoiler review for Bad Boys Ride or Die. Now, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, man. Go on down there, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a comment when this is all said and done about what you thought about the film, what you're anticipating, all that. Again, this will be non-spoiler, so I won't get into that deeply. I am going to be doing, I've been doing my rewatches of the Bad Boys series. So if you want to discuss which of them is the best, in that one, I will be honest with you, that's going to be a full spoiler for all 4 films. So make sure you don't watch that one until you see Bad Boys Ride or Die. But just my immediate thoughts, man, what I was saying in my out of the theater reaction, this was a very fun movie. I'll be honest that I think that it's probably out of the gate, I would say that we've taken a step back, in my opinion, from overall movie, in the sense that like it's going into more of a fantasy place than like something that's a little more a grounded kind of buddy cop thing. And I know we had a lot of Michael Bay-isms and all that kind of stuff in 2 and
oh, they are not about to do that. Hell yes they are. Yeah!
We've had some wild action before, but we definitely stepped into the world of the kind of superhuman territory. We're seeing, you know, random things that are being pulled off by the main characters here that definitely feels very fast and furious. I just pulled a safe through the streets of Brazil type stuff going on. But it doesn't mean it's not fun to watch. Now, I think that Will is doing some of his best work in this, and it's really interesting to see. There is a lot of conversations about what it means to become older in this, and specifically for folks that have never dealt with anxiety before or panic attacks. I wouldn't call that a spoiler per se, because it's something that happens early on to Mike Lowry in the film. But I think that it's a very interesting exploration of what that means, where that comes from. Because I don't think that that's something that everybody naturally will address or deal with, but it is something that we all have the propensity to run up against with one day, and how it can really, really mess with you, as well as PTSD. There's a lot of talk kind of about that and what that is. Martin Lawrence here. I love Martin Lawrence. I will say that this is probably my least favorite performance of him in the Bad Boys series, but I still enjoyed what he was doing. I think sometimes it could be a little cheeky, it could be a little much, a little cheesy.
Are those dogs fresh?
Put them in yesterday.
Give me one, put some relish on that motherfucker.
Open the register.
Stay right there.
Is that Skittles on the counter, Marcus?
This ain't mine, Mike.
But there is a very, very interesting storyline that he has about appreciating life, about really appreciating life and what we have and not taking it for granted, and showing the people that we love how important it is to let them know that while you can. So I appreciate more than anything, the one thing that I will give these directors, man, is they really understand how to discuss a theme throughout a film. And even though you have like your giant set pieces and your spectacle, they're very good about kind of addressing all of that. And I think that was something that was really interesting, including what revenge feels like, and what it can do to your body and all that kind of stuff, what forgiving somebody that has wronged you looks like, and whatnot. And I thought that those were really well done. If we're just talking about overall action, this is probably the best action we've seen. You gotta give, I don't remember the actor's name, but the kid who plays Will's son from the third one, he is a badass. Even more so than he was in the third film, which was super cool. I will say, and I'm not going to tell you why, but Reggie, yes, the Bad Boys 2 Reggie, who was in Bad Boys 3 with a baby with Marcus's daughter, he becomes the MVP of this film. And when you see it, you're going to be like, damn, Okay, that's fire, including Reggie getting a little bit of revenge from Bad Boys 2.
Hey, Reggie, you eat my snacks?
No, sir.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
Now, the biggest thing that I will say, if you made it this far through the review and you haven't seen it yet, man, please be sure, honestly, to, if not watch the other 3 films beforehand, to at least brush up on stuff, because I will again give the directors a very good nod in that they took the lore from all of these films and they were able to connect them together. And so there were moments that I was like, man, it's a good thing I happened to just rewatch these, because, oh, that was that. Oh, that was that part. Oh, that's what they're referring to. Now, could you watch it without that context? Probably. But I would highly, highly recommend that you take the time to watch the other films so you don't feel super lost and you can enjoy it to its fullest. I think that is super important here. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there are other things to talk about, but without getting into spoilers, you know, I don't want to dive into that. If I had to give it a rating, I'll give it like a 3.5. I you know, it's not blow your mind good, but there were a lot of really awesome action moments, and I genuinely just had a fun time with the film. It's a fun popcorn film to dive back in with Martin and Will. There's talks that they might be doing one last one, that both Will and Martin would be interested in doing one last one, and I hope they do. And then after that, you know, I would be happy to either hand over the reins to the next generation within the franchise, because you do have some of the younger actors that have been brought in, but I really think that this, above all else, is sold because of Will and Martin. So I would be totally happy to say that next one will be the last one. Let these directors kind of make a trilogy out of their segments and then call it a day. But I want to know what you think, man. Again, have you seen it already? What did you think about the film? How are you feeling about moments? Again, is Reggie your MVP? If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen it yet, what are you most anticipating? What are you looking forward to? Let me know down in the comments, man. And again, if you haven't, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out lots of content. I said earlier in this one that the 3 would be out first, since this requires minimal editing, and I still need to edit the 3rd rewatch. I'm actually going to drop the non-spoiler here in just a second, and then that 3 will be out later this afternoon, and then finally we will come all the way back around on Monday and we will do the ranking. It'll be a spoiler review for 4 as well as a ranking of the 4 Bad Boys films. So with that, y'all, I'm going to get up out of here. And always remember, we ride together, we die together. Bad Boys for life.